Hey there guys, this is Weston88 here and I'm back again with an episode of Fishing Planet. Yes guys, Fishing Planet. Now, as you can see, I'm back at the lobby unfortunately. I can't skip time and it want me to go to the next day. So, in today's episode we're going to do the Rocky Careful Angler. Yes, and obviously in the last one we did the Rocky Trout. Now luckily this one didn't complete any of the next one. So we're going to track this one, obviously. And we're going to go to Globe. Now, obviously guys, when you complete the trial, if your time hasn't gone past the peak and you didn't have to skip like I did, you should be fine. Unfortunately, because I skipped time to get the best peak, it's making me. It would make me want to go to the next day, and I didn't want to wait an hour to do a recording, so I've left and I'm now going back into the location. So, because I've left and going back in, it will reset the timer for me, which means it'll be easier to do this job. So, obviously, it's making us go to a specific location as it does in the steps here for the mission. So obviously we've got to travel Rocky Lake now. Wants us to go to the Galore location, which is right here. Now, just in case, I know people will be like, "Well, hold on, you didn't show us your rod." Yes, I know. I just realised. So I'm using the same rod as I did in the last episode, which is the Elemental with the Aspire Slim, and I'm still using my barbless nano spoon because it is classed as a spoon, which obviously we will need for this challenge. So, again, we're going to go to this location. And we're going to let it load up. And obviously this mission won't take too long, so it's literally pretty much a catch and release. It goes over vaguely of how to catch fish with a spinner or spoon, mostly, and a barbless one. So we're going to come to this location and do the mission, and that's it. So once to get close to the waterline, which, wow, there's a lot of people on this one, and wants us to fish at a set spot. Now, obviously, it would usually ask us to skip time to a preferred time, but it looks like it's not asking us to do that in this one today. Now, obviously, for this one, because I've done quite a few of these, as I've noticed from the last mission, because I got, was it 9 fish. So once I've caught this fish and got the mission done, I'm going to show you that obviously using the barbless hooks do not count towards this, even though it is a barbless tackle. Shop terms it is anyway. In the game terms it is not accepting it. So we're going to cast out to here. Now obviously for mine, I've actually got quite a bit of a drag. Trout easily attracted with stop and go retrieval as well as bass. So it gives you a slight bit of a hint of how to use, or what method to use to catch certain fish. I say certain fish, it's basically only a few methods you can use anyway. So we're going to get this one done. I prefer to use twitching to be honest, but it wants me to use stop and go, I'll use stop and go. And I missed it. It came in at the last minute and I missed it. Yeah. So obviously it's saying about the activity with the fish in the water. So let's just try and do this. Now stop and go is you basically just reel and stop. Just reel a bit, stop. Reel a bit and stop. Sometimes you can drag up and do it, which means the reel's going to be a bit faster. And so will the stop and go. It really depends on the condition of the water, but I'm just going to hopefully not bring my line in too quickly because I'm going to be annoyed if I do, and I'm not going to get a bite, am I? No. So it also depends on the water condition. You know, if you're fishing on a stream, you might want to have your drag a bit more up, whereas still like this, just having it as one speed will be fine. Now, obviously, the gear you're using, you might have it a bit differently. All the gear can be a bit different. You know, with this, it's obviously it shows that it's better to be on just a normal setting of the drag drag, the speed, I should say, not the drag. The drag is the reel itself. Oh, now we've got a fish. Right, release the fish like a pro. So we've got to release it. Unfortunately, we're going to lose that bit of cash, which is fine. I'll release the fish. And because I've already, as I showed, already got it up to that. I got the 1 bay coin, and I got that. And I get a free barbless nano spoon, which I would have loved to have had the spoon from the fishing tournaments, but unfortunately I didn't. Now, I'll just show you that. Now, obviously, you've just seen it say I've got 10 fish. Let's see if I can find it on the list. Yep. So now it wants me to get 50. So I'm going to quickly switch to my float rod. Now, as you can see in the top right, it does say I'm using a barbless hook. And I'll show you on the inventory. I'm using a barbless hook, one up. And we're going to use red worms. So we're going to go probably onto the other side because there's too many people this side. Ah, that's better. No, I feel loads better for that. Now I've got my 60 inches. Unfortunately, I'm going to fast forward time just some more of a peak. I'm going to fish around this spot here. I should hopefully get my fish still. Now, from what I remember on the console version, it wouldn't allow you to get, well, it doesn't count as barbless tackle because it's, for some reason, it's part of the spin a lot you got to use. Even though it is technically classed as barbless tackle when you're fishing in tournaments, weirdly enough. So this is just for anyone who's not used barbless hooks and go, what's the tackle? Technically, using the barbless hooks is technically classed as the barbless tackle, yet it doesn't class it in the challenge. So yeah, it's a bit of a, well, which one's going to work? If it needs to be, take a float, take a spinner rod when you're doing certain certain sport events, because you can only use one of them anyway. So just test it out. You go, oh, well, that's what they meant. It's not that. It's the other thing. Usually they would be really specific, but I always like to use barbless hook when it's here. I know the mission for here is barbless hooks. You could probably do the spinner one here because they're both technically barbless. So I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully we'll see the fish start nibbling. The fish should be around this spot here, or we should see the fish because of the lighting in the game. I'm hoping anyway. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. That's why I'm using a hook that's bigger than the fish. Well, technically I'm using a hook bigger than the bait I need to be using. So there could be a slight problem here. Oh no, we're getting some bite. And you can see right there, there's the fish. Trying to nick off with a bait, I don't know. Now we've got ourselves another trout, so we'll keep that. So just to prove it, guys, it doesn't count. Okay, so if you want to get this challenge done, you've got to use the spinner rods, unfortunately. Again, it's been really specific. Now, if it was the, I'll just quickly show you if I can find it on the list of this slot. If you're doing the Rocky Lake, that says insect and worms, which is completely different. I'd still use a barbless hook on that anyway, if I want to gain some levels. Do they have the mission? No, that's still the same one. Come on. Where is it? This is where I'm going to be like, it's not there anymore. And I'll be like, why? Why is it not there? Where is it? Ah, Old Bucks competition. That's the one. Now it will say use only barbless terminal tackle. You can actually use the barbless hooks on this one because terminal tackle is all barbless tackle altogether. It's not just spinners. So yeah, for this one, if it says terminal tackle, it means all barbless. So you don't have to use a spinner. You can do if you're really good at it, but I'm pretty sure with this one you can just use the hooks and just have your bait sit there. If it needs to be used, something like the spawn sacks for it. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that video. It's actually quite a bit of a short one, but anyone who's watched the long version, well, I've got my little bit of trick and information. Anyone who's watched the short, you might have to watch the long version, which is only an extra few minutes just to show you a few bits of information. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off because I've just completed the mission. I'm going to sit down, relax, and enjoy myself and get on with the fishing for the next episode. So I'll see you all on the lake or the river or the pond later on, guys. Enjoy your fishing. Bye for now.